listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. This is Let's Talk. I am your host, Tony Williams, and I have an update for you guys on Facebook. I know I told you that I was going to keep you informed on what's going on with Facebook. Now, y'all remember the last story I did about the breach and all. Right. Okay, so going into this story, and this story comes from MSN News. So shout out to them for the story. Facebook to face antitrust probe by state attorneys general. Yes, I know. Facebook is doing all type of things and getting in trouble, apparently. We use Facebook every day. I know I do. I said on the last show about this, I was considering dropping Facebook. I'm still thinking on that. We don't have another site like Facebook that can get information out there. They kind of summed up the market on that. So we gotta kind of wait and see. If you're like me, you're kind of teetering on the edge, not sure whether to drop it or not. You might, be lingering toward dropping it, not quite sure. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. Hell, it's confusing. I'm with you. So, like I said, breaking news. Several U.S. state attorneys general will investigate Facebook on whether the social network stifled competition and put users at risk, days after reports that Google would face an antitrust probe from a host of attorneys general. And it goes on to say, I'm launching an investigation into Facebook to determine whether their actions endangered consumer data, reduced the quality of consumers' choices, or increased the price of advertising, tweeted New York AG Letitia James, who is leading the probe. Attorneys General investigating the company also included those of Colorado, Florida, Iowa, Nebraska, North Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee, and the District of Columbia, a statement said. The New York Attorney General's office said it expected more states to join the investigation. People have multiple choices for every one of the services we provide. We understand that if we stop innovating, people can easily leave our platform. This underscores the competition we face, not only in the United States but around the globe, said Will Castleberry, Facebook's vice president for state and local policy. Castleberry added that the company would work constructively with state attorneys general. The company's shares were down in early trading. Reuters and other media outlets reported Tuesday that more than 30 U.S. state attorneys generals, led by Texas, were readying an investigation into Alphabet Inc.'s Google for potential antitrust violations to be announced on September 9th, which is tomorrow. The probe on Google is focused on the intersection of privacy and antitrust, a source told Reuters. Google has said that it was cooperating with the state officials. Technology companies are facing a backlash in the United States and across the world, fueled by concerns among competitors, lawmakers, and consumer groups that the firms have too much power and are harming users and business rivals. U.S. President Donald Trump also called for closer scrutiny of social media firms and Google, accusing them of suppressing conservative voices online without presenting any evidence. In July, the U.S. Justice Department said it was opening a broad investigation of major digital technology firms, focusing on whether they engage in anti-competitive practices. The investigation is believed to target Google, Amazon.com Inc., and Facebook, and potentially Apple Inc. Separately, the Federal Trade Commission, which also enforces antitrust laws, is also probing Amazon and Facebook to determine if they abuse their massive market power in retail and social media, respectively. Amazon, the world's biggest online retailer, has been criticized for holding sway over third-party sellers on its website, who must pay for advertising to compete against first-party and private label sales by Amazon itself. Lawmakers have also argued that Amazon's low prices have hurt brick-and-mortar retailers, many of whom have closed because they could not compete. Now, guys, this is getting ridiculous, but it's an eye-opener, and I felt that you guys needed to be aware, so I brought this breaking news to you because you deserve to know what these companies are up to, doing, and are capable of. Now, it's been talks for the last few years about them running everything. We also know Facebook owns Instagram. So we do have to look at it for what it is. Are they too big for their britches? Have they gone mad with power? Are they capable of breaking these rules and laws? Have the consumer's trust been broken? Have they annihilated competition illegally? All these questions and more will be answered soon, I'm feeling. And when it does, I will be back to let you guys know. This has been my update on what's going on with Facebook and them being on the hot seat. And it's just getting started. So if you guys would, if you're listening to this on YouTube, like, subscribe for more raw, uncut truth. If you're listening to this on any of the other podcast stations, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my own ones, day ones. And you guys have a great, great night. And be careful on Facebook, because there's so much going on. Beware of what you put out there. Thanks again. Have a good evening.